All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another MLB The Show 25 stream here on Twitch. I'm NextJGGen24, and today we're going to be continuing on with Phillies Road to the Show here in the game. If you missed yesterday's episode or stream, we we got the 2027 season off. Or we started the 2027 season with Phil Lee and the Phillies. They're off to a great start so far. They're 17-5. They have not dropped a series, although that can still happen. And you know, Phil Lee is still performing at a high level, which is interesting because I was afraid that once I went to this high, wow. When I went to veteran, I was afraid that there was going to be a drop off for Phil Lee, and there is, but it's still enough for him to be solid and still be a leader for the MVP award. So today we're going to continue on, and we're probably going to finish up April. We'll see how far we get into May. What's up, Mets? You have to go back and watch the stream before the last one. If you want to know how Philly and the Phillies did in the playoffs, you'll have to go back 2 streams to find out. So, without further delay, let's get right into it. I will let you guys know that, you gotta watch it. It's there. It's available. But as I was trying to say, to let you guys know, or I'm just letting you guys know that at 6 o'clock, I really have to be off because I'm going to a wake. It's not far from my house. It's only a couple blocks. But still, this is for a neighbor of mine who died last week. She died last week, so I'm gonna go pay my respects to my neighbor, and I mean it's tough, but honestly, she was in a lot of pain. She was, and it was a hard decision for the family, but they had to let her go. I just hope that she found whatever peace that maybe she couldn't find on this earth. You know, that's all I hope, really, is that she's at peace.
That's a ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
It's very unfortunate. And the other unfortunate part is the fact that now I'm at the age in my life where it's more common that I'm going to funerals and wakes. You know, when you're a kid, you don't really think about this kind of stuff, but now as an adult, it's becoming more and more common. I mean, it's very sad.
Nope, too late.
I mean, I just had I just went to my grandfather's wake and funeral last month. Now I'm going to my neighbor's. And then not only, like, how long has it been? Like 3 years ago, I went to my childhood best friend's wake and funeral. And I also went to my aunt's funeral.
2-1.
So, just getting to that point in I'm just getting to that age where funerals and wakes are becoming too common.
The first baseman, number 3.
Relay 3.
There we go. Nice outfield assist, Lee. I guess we'll watch this, but hopefully Stock can get on base, or at the very least just score. Nope, that's gonna get out. Alright, so that's the game. That's the ball game. Milwaukee Brewers take the opening series, or take the opening game against the Phillies 4-1. Now the Phillies have been in that position before, so let's see if they hold on, because the Brewers are just a tougher team. They aren't just they're a tough team. So I don't suspect that this will be easy. Yeah, but see, I'm rooting for Phil Lee to win a World Series, so I want to see him win a World Series.
Leading off for Milwaukee, the shortstop, JP.
What up, Bubbles? How are ya?
Now batting.
Big opportunity here for Lee to come through. That's good. Lee with a drive out to center field. But right at the center fielder, he's underneath it. And the side's retired. So missed opportunity there for Lee. That's unfortunate. Oh, J.P. Crawford. That's a new addition for the Brewers. Four. Here we go. On top of it.
That's a ball. Ball.
Just gotta be patient and wait for the right pitch. You're hyped for it? Well, rude to the show. Oh, for last week. Okay, well, good. And there's Lee with a double. Too bad he couldn't do that when the bases were loaded.
He's in there.
If he had done that when bases were loaded, he would have given the Phillies a lead. I mean, he still gives them an opportunity to get a lead. But would have been better to drive in a few runs.
Now batting, catcher, Kelly.
Yeah, honestly, I was not expecting a lot out of the presentation thing. That was just more of them trying to introduce what makes the game look so good. And I mean, you saw how in the gameplay people were ripping on it for looking terrible. So like it was MLB The Show from PlayStation 2, as people put it. So I think that was more of what's coming out, or what. Here's how we address those issues. What is it? If I had to guess, I would say probably 2 weeks before release, so probably next week. Or no, they would, well, maybe. Let me see, because they already did Road to the Show. They're doing franchise this week. And I believe all that's left is Diamond Dynasty, and they're going to do the new Legends reveal as well. And then they're going to do, and then on, I guess it's early release, that's when they're going to do, like, all the gameplay and everything. They're going to reveal March to October. No, they really haven't changed March to October since 24, when they introduced call-ups and promotions and demotions and trades. But they didn't really add much for this year. I don't even remember for this past year. I don't remember seeing a March to October trailer. I mean, maybe they'll do it, but probably not. If anything, it would be its own separate trailer. But they would have probably just given it a quick trailer and been done with it. Got him. Great job, Lee. We'll see. We'll see. I really don't expect much to be different. And that's the ball game. The line out to, or the fly out to left field, and the Phillies take game 2. So this series is tied heading into the rubber series. Jorge Lopez gets the win for the Phillies. Hey, that double that Lee had, that was key. That was key right there. Well, I don't know which Jorge Lopez that is. If that's the Jorge Lopez that gave up during the Mets game, or the Jorge Lopez that was the starting pitcher for the Braves. Because I think they're separate people. I could be wrong, but I thought they were separate people. I thought there were two Jorge Lopez's in MLB. Can you get a follow? I would like to see a tag there, or some kind of username. That would probably help. I can't just follow, or we can't just follow anyone just because they ask. Maybe. That's the one that I'm thinking of.
Batting fourth.
You may hear very soon if the Phillies don't do something to get out front. This is already 3-0 here.
The catcher, Carson Kelly.
Hold on, I want to check something. $18.3 million for a 232 batting average, a 766 OPS. Like, what are we doing here? Dude hasn't been the same since 2025. Why are we giving him $18.3 million to do that stupid crap? I would play on beginner and he'll hit 3 home run. Yep. Well, that's what I do whenever I have a bad day, or whenever the Mets get beaten pretty badly. I just put it on beginner and I absolutely destroy them in play versus CPU. I'm like, I don't give a damn. Screw you guys. Switch pitcher for the Cardinals? Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't even realize they were broadcasting the game today. I thought it was just yesterday. Yep, I saw that. I hear a lot of people talking about the Westinger prospect that the Mets have. It is what it is. It's spring training. So might as well get it out of his system now before it happens during the regular season.
3-3-3.
Catch him out, throw him out, double play. Why is JP Crawford trying? Why, JP? Why? You're not even that quick.
No, that's out. Hee-haw! 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, don't forget, Phil Lee won the MVP from last year, so it could be just them chanting for the fact that he won the 2026 MVP.
Full count.
But he is leading the MVP race right now for the National League. So oh, that's a deep drive to left field, no doubt about it. That's gone. Carson Kelly, ring the bell. And he puts the Phillies out front 5-3 with his 4th home run on the season. Maybe it was just a slow start. Maybe I was wrong about Carson Kelly. Maybe $18.3 million is worth it. If he does more stuff like that, then, maybe. He's got to do more. right about the letters, and Kelly was not missing it. Ah, but the Brewers come back. So, short-lived. But hey, look at that. Now Philly could drive in the winning run if he gets a base hit here. So now this just changed. So great heads-up base running by Bryson Stott there. And that's a base hit to center field. That's going to score Stott. And the Phillies walk it off. Phil Lee with the game-winning base hit. And the Phillies win it 5-4. Or I'm sorry, it's 6-5, I believe. Yeah, 6-5, my bad. Wow. You would think I would know the score. Does that say Brent Rooker from the Athletics? Oh, that's a big trade right there. Blue Jays getting Rooker. Wow. And I believe that's a 2-hit day for Phil Lee. So the Phillies keep their series win streak alive. No, I've been kind of enjoying Phil Lee's road to the show here that I haven't really thought about it. So, let's see. It's going to be not going to be a lot here. That's okay. Got the important stuff upgraded. As the Phillies get ready to head out west again, this time to take on the Padres and the Giants. So they were on a West Coast trip the last time, going up against the Rockies and the D-backs. Now they're going out west again, this time to take on the Padres and the Giants. What I was thinking, though, Mets, is that if I do another Road to the Show, maybe I'll take one of the names from the Backyard Sports franchise. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but I used to play it all the time. Or I played those games all the time when I was a kid on the computer. And, well, then I was thinking about taking one of those characters, like an Ahmed or Amir Khan. Think of sports, but with kids. And when it first came out, there weren't professionals added to it, so it was just all kids like Ahmed and Amir Khan, Keisha Phillips. Basically it was like a way for kids to get introduced to playing sports through video games. Not all of them. Pete Wheeler was the fastest, as is Pablo Sanchez, the secret weapon. So, wow, the Phillies are going up against Kyle Schwarber for the first time. He did. Although I would say baseball was probably his best sport.
The right fielder,
But that's why they called him the secret weapon. Because he could practically do everything well. He was definitely the kid that you wanted to draft first when you were building a team. Let's put it that way. He was like, think of schoolyard sports, but more organized. That's what it is. In fact, you can actually, if you go on the Apple Store, they have some of the games available for you to play on your phone. In fact, I have Backyard Baseball 01 on my phone. And I get, whenever I get a chance, I play it, but it's a lot of fun. It brings back a lot of memories. That's the year that they added all the professional athletes. So guys like Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Jose Canseco, Mike Piazza. That's when they were added and they were made into kids. It was just a lot of fun. And it's not just baseball that they did. They also did football, soccer, hockey. I just feel like it started to lose its momentum once they went to 3D. When they went to 3D, that's when they lost me personally. I guess I just preferred the 2D animation because I thought it was more awesome. And I also thought their walk-up music was much better. What up, SB Champ? How are ya?
He's out.
So Philly's gonna go hitless here, unfortunately. But sometimes that's the way the game goes. You have good days, you have bad days. And today was a bad day for me. At least at the plate. Well, the Padres ain't done quite yet. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy. After all, this is San Diego. Ground ball to third baseman. He goes over to second, and that's the ball game. So the Philadelphia Phillies take Game 1 against the San Diego Padres 3-2. Get this West Coast trip off to a good start. Phil Lee, unfortunately, did not have a good game, but you know, just another, just on to the next one. That's all. Why? What's going on, SB Champ? Why you having rough day?
No.
Right fielder, Phil Lee.
That's a base hit up the middle. We contact my butt.
Now batting,
Ooh,
Carson Kelly.
I'm sorry. Well, is it at least saved in the cloud? If it's saved in the cloud, then you can get it back.
Stay.
Runner, runner!
Batting ninth, the designated hitter, Eddie. Mario.
Got him. Why are you running on Lee?
Now batting, the shortstop, Daniel Boga.
There you go. See? So not such a rough day.
Right fielder, Phil Lee.
Another base hit for Phil Lee. It's a good thing, too, because considering they're down 4-0 right now, probably could use it. Lee with a line out, or Kelly with a line out to third base, so that's going to be the second out.
Safe. Oi.
Runner.
Oh, shoot.
Ahoy. Hey.
Oh, still stole the base. Wow. Very surprised by that. If Lee was on first, then he'd be going. Nice shoelace catch by Tatis out there. Oh, Kirkering. Now he's on San Diego. Wow, so San Diego picking up a lot of former Phillies.
Ball. Yep.
That clipped the strike zone. That's probably why it was a strike. It shouldn't have been. Kirkering is still throwing pretty hard.
Full count.
Wow, so that was a ball, but the 2-0 pitch was a strike. A little consistency here, Blue, would be nice. Oh, and Tatis takes a hit away from... Or no, that's not Tatis, that's Barry. That is not Tatis. Hold on, let's figure this out. Jacob Berry. So what? Is Tatis hurt? Or is Tatis gone? I swear, if San Diego left, or if San Diego let Tatis leave, that's a big, big mistake. I know a couple of years ago they were having payroll issues. Nice catch by Lee there. Sides retired. Ooh. Phillies come back. They tie it at 4. So Lee, if he could get a base hit here, he could give the Phillies the lead.
D-Rod.
But he's not going to do it by swinging
No
at
ball. One strike.
that junk. Right on it, just way out in front of it. Mason Miller doesn't joke around. But neither is Phil Lee. Lee with a deep fly to right center field. And that's gone! So Phil Lee doesn't just get a base hit, he gets a two-run homer. His 9th on the year, and the Phillies take the lead 5-3 or 6-4. Wow, talk about clutch for Phil Lee. Taking Mason Miller deep of all people. Especially to one of the deepest parts of the ballpark. Ah, there's Tatis. Okay, so he never left. They were probably just giving him an off day. Decided, we need your speed. So Tatis is not. He has not left San Diego. And he has scored scored a run, so now it's 6-5 San Diego. And Ben Joyce is on, trying to get this final out. That's a deep fly to left field, and Duhar's underneath it, and he's got it. That's the ball game. So Philadelphia, off of the 2-run homer by Phil Lee, wins it 6-5. The Phillies now have won this series. They're going for the sweep in the next game. Philly comes up when it matters most. Joe Musgrove. Now, me personally, I would love nothing more than to tear the cover off of this guy, off the pitches this guy throws. Phil Lee, he doesn't care. As he flies out to center field there.
The right fielder.
Philly takes a 1-0 lead. Ooh, that is definitely weak contact. Yeah.
He's out.
Top of that curveball. Oh, congrats to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. recording his 700th career RBI. Ooh, excuse me. So, Padres tied it up.
Hey, looks like you shoved it in the
He's going to drive this one out to left center field. That's going to get down up against the wall. Lee's going to hustle into second base. No problem. So top of the 6th, Lee puts himself in scoring position. Now let's see if Carson Kelly and the other Phillies can drive him in. Yeah, that felt like a weak fly ball out to left. That's why he didn't go. I think he knew. He knew Kelly was out front of it. And Duhar's not out front of that. And he's going to be safe, too. So nice base hit there by Duhar. Might be a double play here. But Brandon Marsh is going to beat it out, so the Phillies take the lead back. It's 2-1. Great job by Marsh there to at least beat out that double play. That allowed the run to score. A great diving effort there by O'Hearn. 3-1 with a runner in scoring position. What up, Dodger? How are you?
Ball. 1-0. Hike.
Okay, very good. Good luck in it today. Nice base hit up the middle. Lee scores in the run. And the Phillies now extend their lead to 4-1.
One, two.
Laser beam.
Yeah, definitely not going to test Tatis's arm. Tennis, you told me that yesterday. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough, so that's okay, though. Great effort there. At least the Phillies added one, so probably a good thing, too. Because now here comes Kyle Schwarber. Relay. Philly don't need no relay. He's got the runner. He got him. He don't need no relay. That's why I like playing outfield now in Road to the Show. If you're going to give me moments like that, I'd rather do that than try to be the relay man. How old is Lee? Let's see. He is 23. So at 21, he got his first taste of the postseason. At 22, he got his first taste of the World Series, and he won an MVP. And now he's looking to do more of the same, even better this year. He must have like a December or either a November, December, January, or February birthday. That was right down the middle, too. That slider was right down the middle. Peralta is going to pitch for the Mets on Friday. So we're going to see him pitch. Oh, fooled by the slider. Lee, man. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite the Robert. I think he has. I'm not sure, but I thought he did. He might have played either against the Miami Marlins or the New York Yankees. But they're going slow with him, as that will be the ball game. The Phillies complete the sweep of the San Diego Padres. So nice job there. Lee going 2 for 5 in this game. He went 5 for 14 in the series with a home run and 3 RBIs. So not bad. Robert is your GOAT. You think he's going to play well this year? I certainly hope so, because that if he could get back to his 2023 form, I mean, that's a huge upgrade for the Mets in terms of center field. And it's not like he can't get there. I mean, he was there, especially more recently when they were pointing out that the month of July, when he thought he was being traded, he actually picked it up. He really played well. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Looks like Matt Wallner is now on the Giants. But I think everyone else is pretty much still the same for the Giants. I could be wrong, but
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
ooh, Lee with a grounder. I mean, he did move over Turner. So now Turner is 90 feet away.
The first baseman.
Turns out to be nothing. Thought maybe Lee had a chance there, but I guess not. Ooh. 3-0 lead for the Giants. That's not good.
Ball, that's down. Ball 2. 2-0.
I don't understand how weak contact. Whoa, hold on. Big trade here. Cubs acquire Giancarlo Stanton from the Yankees for Brett Bateman. Wow. That's a trade.
He's safe.
Up next to the third, the right
Still 3-0.
Lee.
Yeah.
Clearly, Lee has a higher batting average against lefties than he does righties. Look at that score between the Mets and the Braves 13-10. Holy cow. Offensive onslaught by both teams. And Philly's just going to strike out at a slider that was in the dirt.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
And he's going to ground out to Chapman. And that's the ball game. So the Giants take the opening game against the Phillies. I mean, there wasn't even any kind of noise from the Phillies. They had 2 hits. Tyler Mahle. Or Molly. He pitched well. 8 innings, 2 hits. Surprised he didn't go to complete game, but I guess they needed to give a break to their bullpen. Why not? If the guy's throwing a shutout, why not? Let's just see how Mason Black does.
Hey! 0-1. Nope. Ball 1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike. Ah! 1 ball, 2 strikes. So that's off the plate. Ball 2.
He lines out to the shortstop, Adames.
Batting 6. Third baseman.
Oh, unfortunate. That was probably the best hit he's had this entire series. He's going to make this diving catch to take a hit away from Chapman and end the 2nd inning. Wow. Put that on Sports Center. Hashtag top 10.
Now batting. Right
There we go. Phillies getting out to a 2-0 start. He drives this one to center field, but the center fielder's underneath it. And he's going to catch it to retire the side. So, nothing going there for Philly.
The right fielder, Phil
Phillies still maintain a two-run advantage, but now it's 3-1. Have I ever been to Clover Park? No. Believe me, I want to. As Lee's going to drive this one out to right field. That's gone. It's heading towards the bay. Oh, no. Doesn't land in the bay, but it is a home run. So Phil Lee, with his 10th on the year, pushes the Phillies up 6-1, actually. Yep, 6-1. Dang, I was really hoping that one would have landed in the bay. That would have been a lot of fun. Now the Phillies have a 9-1 advantage. And Lee's going to drive this one to center field? No doubt about it. That's Lee's 2nd home run of the game, his 11th on the year, and the Phillies extend their lead to 10-1. Wow, Phil Lee finding his power swing here. After being held hitless in the first game, he's like, I took that personally, so I'm going to hit 2 home runs in this game. Hey, say something for Wednesday, because that's going to be the day. That's going to be the rubber match if this game continues on its pace. He got a little too home run happy there. Oh, look at where Luis Robert Jr. is. He's actually with San Diego, or San Francisco, excuse me. So I don't know if he got traded to the Giants from the White Sox, but he played 85 games with them in 2026. He improved slightly from 2025, so his numbers have been going up, and in fact, this year, he's been raking so far in 15 games with a 283 average and OPS of 962. So, he's off to a good start so far. Phillies going to catch that one, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies take game 2, and we're heading to the rubber game tomorrow in the next game. Nice bounce back win for the Phillies. Nice bounce back game for Phil Lee, hitting 2 home runs. We'll have to see what he does for this rubber game. Although it's raining.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Who the f is this? Taken in the first round of the 2025 draft, 19 years old, 72 overall. Played in 12 games in 2026, so he went right to the majors. Giants didn't waste any time with him. They just put him right in the majors. He's got pretty decent fastballs. He's got a sweeping curve and a slider, so it's going to be either fastball or some side movement to his pitches. Just looking at his attributes here, he could go long, but his biggest attribute or his best attribute, velocity, apparently, 79. Okay, gonna have to watch out for that. He can throw. He's got a lot of arm strength and arm accuracy, but just not very good at fielding. Tends to give up a lot of walks and hits. Home runs, he doesn't. Maybe he gives up around the same. Either way, he's a young, generated pitcher. They brought him up to the majors, so see how this goes. That slider up and in.
Ball 1.
Ooh. Phil Lee getting fooled by that pitch outside. And he strikes out. Not good, Lee. Not good. Lee's going to drive that one up the middle. That's a base hit. That's going to score the run. So the Phillies tie it at 1. Lee's on with a base hit.
Full count.
And that's going to be a fly out to right field, and the side is going to be retired. So, too bad Kelly couldn't put that in, or couldn't put that on the ground, possibly to the outfield. That could have scored Lee. Lee was already off to a head start. Stoixiadis? Is that how you say his name? Stoixiadis? Luca Stoixiadis? Well, that's how I'm gonna say it. I noticed that these uniforms for the Giants have the names on the back of the jerseys. I didn't think that the Giants uniforms had those.
Leading up for the Giants, the center fielder, Louis Robert.
Nice catch by Lee there. Probably a shoelace catch as the Phillies have a 2-1 lead. And now Jose Butto is in for the Giants. Just underneath it. Good timing, but underneath it. Double play there. Come on, Lee. What are you doing? Can't be hitting double plays. At least he can field. Did Trey Turner? Oh, no, that's Johan Rojas. I was about to say, did Trey Turner get even faster? Shouldn't have even made contact with that. Should have just let that go. Dang. Oh boy. Giants could tie the game here with a base hit. That's going to be a base hit. So the Giants tie it. And Jeremiah Estrada blows the save.
Two balls, one strike.
Oh, Carson Kelly's coming up on his 100th career home run. That would be interesting to see. Lee just had his. If that were more to center field or right field, Lee would have been advancing the third on that. But because that was left, he didn't want to take that chance. Duhar's going to ground out, but that'll get Lee up to third. Let's see if Bone can do something here. Nope, he's just going to strike out. So Giants in a position to win it here. Oh, but they don't. We go to the top of the 12th. Lee drives this one out to left field. It's a pretty high pitch, or a pretty high fly ball, but it's gone! It's over the wall! Phil Lee, he saved his best for last. His 12th home run on the year gives the Phillies the lead 5-3. Wow. Phil Lee coming through clutch. I did not think that was getting out. I thought that was going to be maybe a deep fly ball to left field, but oh my gosh, the Phillies don't want to win this game. That's going to be done. All right, let's go home. So for the first time this year, the Philadelphia Phillies lose the series. I told you it was going to happen. I just didn't think it would be against the Giants. I thought maybe it would be against the Brewers or even the Padres, but nope, it was against the Giants. Don't know what happened there. The Phil Lee had the 2-run homer. There was just no shot. Even Lee wouldn't have been able to get that. Ooh, I see Brandon Woodruff is part of the Giants. So Philly tried, but the rest of his team couldn't come through. That's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Just gotta... It's the way it goes, you know? Let's see. We'll give him fielding. So just upgrade the power and then the reaction, and hopefully that'll bring Lee up to a 94 overall. Ooh, missed those. And missed those. Wow. And missed those. Jeez. Jeez, Philly. Good thing you already got the gold at that point, because, oh boy.
Leading off tonight for Arizona, the right fielder, Corbin Carroll.
Important to keep Corbin Carroll off the base paths. He's not on the base paths, he doesn't score. I just really don't understand it. How can Lee be on top, be underneath that, and or like that with still it part of the part of the inner zone, and yet they say it's a pop out or it's a pop fly ball. You know, I just don't understand. Wow, Angels acquiring a player from the Rockies. Ooh, that's a deep one. They're saying go 3 because, yeah, it's the final out.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, the catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
Nice diving catch there by Lee. Already they're out to a 2-0 start.
Ball.
See, now that I understand. I mean, the PCI wasn't even on it, so I understand if that's,
The right fielder,
you know, a pop out or fly out. But when the ball is in the inner PCI, like, it shouldn't be a pop out. It should be at least a fly ball to the outfield. But then again, that would make too much sense for MLB The Show. Reminder that this is the game where perfect, you can still get out.
2-1.
We'll call it a swinging bunt. Lee with a drive out to right center field. But the center fielder is going to be under it, and catches it for the final out. So Lee can't come through with the bases loaded. And it's 4-0 Phillies. I don't see how the D-backs come back from this. So we're going to let Christopher Sanchez finish this out. So Christopher Sanchez with the complete game shutout, and that's the ball game. Phillies take the opening game 4-0.
The first baseman, number 12, Josh Naylor.
And yet another diving catch by Phil Lee. Phil Lee wants that gold glove. He feels he was robbed of it last year, so he wants it.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Lee with a drive out to left field, but right at the left fielder for the final out of the first inning. So
Leading off for Arizona, the designated
nothing going there for the Phillies.
Hernandez.
I don't know why they keep giving a poor hit reaction for Phil Lee. That just, I don't understand it. Like, what would constitute a good hit reaction?
High.
Of course. Ooh. Ooh. It's my coworker's birthday today. I better say happy birthday to him.
Now batting, the first baseman, Josh Naylor.
Hold on. For 1 second. See, like, you say poor hit reaction, but yet Philly still tracked it down. So it's like, what constitutes as a good hit reaction?
Now batting, the catcher, Carson. Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Ah, man, and Phil Lee goes hitless here.
Out.
This is bad. So and one day after the Phillies shut out the D-backs turn around and shut out the Phillies. Oh man. Ryan Nelson went 7 innings with his shutout. Boss challenge. Brennan Fat.
Ball. That's an out.
Leading off for Arizona, the catcher, number 14, Gabriel Moreno.
Lee once again with the diving catch. Takes away a base hit from Gabriel Moreno.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
There we go. Lee's got a base hit up the middle.
Now batting, left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Full count. Got him.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
Leading off to the Diamondbacks, the left fielder, Gurriel.
Ooh, that's going to be offline, but... Ooh, oh wait, maybe he could still get him. He's got him! So an offline throw turns into an outfield assist. And we're into the bottom of the seventh, and no one has scored. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, neither the D-backs nor the Phillies want to lose.
1-0.
Base hit up into left field. The Lee is on. I know the challenge was for a double or better, but at this point, I think the Phillies will take anything. And Duhar really needs to get better at not hitting into double plays. Oh, there we go. All right, so the Phillies do score. And now we're in the top of the ninth. This could be the final out here. It's Lee underneath it. He's got it, and that's the ball game. So the Phillies win the series. They get back on track after dropping the series to the Giants, taking it 2 out of 3 against the D-backs on a 1-0. I got to find out what that one score was. Let's see. Oh, Garrett Stubbs with the solo shot. Nice. Now a 4-game series against the St. Louis Cardinals. And I can't believe we're getting into May, and that's the first time that the Phillies are going up against the Mets. Like, the Mets are the Phillies' biggest division rival right now. How are we waiting until May to finally face... How are the Phillies waiting until May to finally face the Mets in a season? That makes no sense. And this is a matchup of MVP candidates right here. Phil Lee and Randy Arozarena. I mean, I'll have to double check on the MVP race because we're already into May now, so things could have easily changed.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
Pablo Lopez.
That's a ball. Outside. That's a ball. 2-0. Hoo-yah!
Lee drive out to right field, but the right fielder's underneath it.
Wilson.
Ooh.
Contreras. Leading up for the Phillies, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Cardinals take a 3-1 lead. Here we go. Another chance for Phil Lee to rob a base hit here, and he does it. Jumping catch at the wall. And that's the out. That's an out right there.
Oh, yeah. 0-1. Nope. Ball. 1-1.
He beat it. He beat it. Ah, he beat it. Great hustle there by Lee to get that base hit.
The catcher, Kelly.
Ooh, a little skip to my Lou there by Lee. A little skip to my Lee there, maybe?
Now batting, center fielder, Brandon.
Ugh.
He's up.
I don't know about that. I would double check on that one. Let's see this. Okay, yeah, he's out. He's out by a step. The game was like, oh, you want to double check it? Here, you can double check it. It was like, okay, not going to question it again, but Bohm's going to strike out there to retire the side. So the runners get into scoring position, but Phillies can't do anything. Let's see what Bryce Harper can do. Although he hasn't had a great year. He's going to ground out to the first baseman, and that's the ball game. So St. Louis takes the opening game against the Phillies. 4-1. Let's bounce. Hopefully the Phillies can bounce back against the Cardinals in Game 2.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Oh, man, the left fielder caught that and took a hit away from Phil Lee. Oh, man, you know what? Phil Lee has been doing that so much to other fielders. I guess it's only fair that it gets done to him.
3, 3, 3, relay 3.
I'll be absolutely shocked if they sent him. But they weren't going to send him. They were smart.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil.
Wow, Tarek Skubal having an awful game against the Cardinals. Oh boy, that's not good. Yeah, 5 runs in only 1 1/3 innings. Oof. Lee or Scooble, man. You're entitled to having a bad game every once in a while, but that's just a brutal game. Philly's gonna hit a double here, drive in the run, so at least it makes it 8-2.
Now batting, the catcher, Carson Kelly.
Fall in, fall in.
Ground ball.
Out.
Come on, Andujar, you gotta get it past the second baseman. I know this seems like a lost cause, but there's still a lot of game to be played here.
He's up.
Ugh.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Lee, a drive out to center field. The center fielder's under it. And he's got it. Or he runs towards it. See, the Phillies are mounting a bit of a comeback. It's slow. It's 8-4, but at least it's something.
One and oh. That's a ball.
Lee with a drive out to right center field. That's going to be up against the wall. Lee's going to slide into second for a double, giving the Phillies at least something.
Now batting, catcher, Carson Kelly.
2-2.
And Carson Kelly strikes out. $18.3 million a year right there. And Andujar, what is his contract? 700. Oh no, that's the wrong. 9.3 million. So we got 18.3 and 9.3 million. And all they could do is just ground out. Not even hit well. Are in trouble. And the Cardinals make it 11-4. All but sealing this game for them. Tarek Skubal of all our pitchers has the worst game. Don't understand it. I mean, Philly's still gonna put up a fight with a base hit up the middle. That drives in too, so at least he's still fighting. Carson Kelly ring the bell with a deep fly ball to left field. And that's going to make it 11-8. Kelly's 6th home run on the year. I don't know where he's at in terms of the home run watch. I know he was coming close to 100. So that might have gotten him even closer if he hasn't already reached it. Alec Bohm does have a home run in this game. Maybe he could get another one. Bring it to 11-10. Well, at least it's more of a fight. Nope. Said he's just going to ground out to the shortstop, J.J. Weatherholt, on the first, and that's the ball game. So the Cardinals ensure that there's at least going to be a split here. As Tarek Skubal picks up his first loss of the season. Phil Lee gets 2 doubles, a single, 3 RBIs, so he's doing his job, but the rest of the team doesn't seem to want to.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Chris Sale is now on the Cardinals. Wow.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
And Lee's going to drive this one out to center field. No doubt about that one. That one's out of here. Ring the bell. Phil Lee with his 13th home run on the year gets the Phillies out front 3-0. It's like, Chris who? Philadelphia hearts Lee. Well, Lee hearts Philadelphia. The love is mutual. The heart is mutual, I should say.
Now back, right fielder, Phil Lee.
Lee wanted that one, but just too far out front of it. Once again, far out front of it.
That's inside. That's a ball.
Uh-oh. Little bobble there. And that was enough for Lee to get on base.
Left fielder,
So that's an error by J.J. Weatherholt. Lee is on first. And that's a base hit up the middle, or into right field. Turner's going to score. Lee's up to third. And Duhar with an RBI single. It's now 4-0 Philadelphia. Maybe that beatdown, maybe that 11-8 loss against the Cardinals the previous game lit a fire under the Phillies because they're not wasting any time here. I mean, Phil Lee with his 3-run shot,
right fielder,
and Duhar with that RBI single. And Lee's going to drive another run in. This time, it's a deep shot to left field. No doubt about it. Ring the bell. Phil Lee with his 14th home run on the year, his second of the game. And the Phillies are up 5-0. Yeah, that was a no-doubter. That cleared a few rows. That was getting out.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil.
Now they want to replay the home run. Yeah, no thank you.
Ball out.
Andre Pilati.
That's a ball. That's down. Ball. 3-0.
I think the Cardinals don't want to pitch to Lee anymore.
Ball 4. Take
Yeah, they don't want to pitch to him, so they walked him.
Now batting, the left fielder, Miguel Andujar.
Ball 4.
And that's going to be a walk, so Andujar gets an RBI on a walk. And the Phillies now lead 9-0. Oh my gosh.
Third baseman.
Get down, ball, get down.
That's a base hit to right field. That scores 2. So Alec Bohm, yeah, this is definitely the Phillies' revenge game against the Cardinals.
Right fielder,
There is no mercy being shown by the Phillies right now. 14-0. They're putting their best foot forward.
Ball. 1-0.
Fly ball out to center field. I'm surprised that the runner on second didn't advance on that one, but okay. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be able to do anything. So Christopher Sanchez, enjoy that complete game shutout, I think. Was it a complete game shutout for... No, not quite. He only went 8 innings, but still, a shutout for him. Phillies bounce back against the Cardinals, and they're looking to split the series in the next game. Sorry, my dad was texting me. He's on his way to our neighbor's wake right now.
for St. Louis, the center fielder, Victor Scott.
Nice catch there by Lee. Ooh, another lefty. Lee is going to be salivating at this. Just to fly out to right field.
Now batting, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
The Phillies with the 1-0 lead.
Now batting, the catcher.
Four, relay, 4.
Yeah, probably smart that they didn't try to send the runner on that.
Now batting,
Still didn't amount to much, but I mean, at least they had a shot. And Lee drives this one out to center field. No doubt about this one. Ring the bell, Phil Lee. That's his 15th on the year. A 2-run shot puts the Phillies up 3-0. Now the Phillies are up 4-0. So they are determined to not lose this series in front of their home crowd. And Lee throws him out at second, and the side is retired. So Phil Lee, playing that well off the wall, gets the runner at second to go into the seventh inning stretch. Phillies still lead 4-0.
Now, for TV, number 55, Riley O'Brien.
He's going to drive that one out to right field. The right fielder's going to catch it. It looked like in foul territory. But either way, it's caught. So Philly not coming through there, but that's okay because the Phillies are up 6-0. Lee's going to drive this one out to center field. No doubt about that one. That one's gone. Ring the bell, Phil Lee. 2 home runs in this game. And the Phillies now lead 9-0 off of his 16th home run on the season. Wow. Phil Lee finding the power. These last 2 games, he's been finding the power. He's had back-to-back 2 home run games. We're going to sim to the end here. And that'll be that. So that's the ball game. The Phillies take it 9-0. They split the series with the Cardinals. So after terrible first 2 games, Phillies bounce back and they destroy the Cardinals in both of them. Phil Lee, a big factor in all of that with back-to-back 2 home run games. Had 4 home runs total with 12 RBIs. Holy heck. The Phillies can't win a division just by splitting series. They have to win series. So while this was at least salvageable, it was not it could have been a series win for the Phillies. It could have been. Now Phil Lee is a 94 overall. Nothing for Lee to upgrade there, even though he's got 6 tokens, so green light hasn't really come up that much. Lee can't do that. Dang. significantly ahead in the count. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, well, now it's on to the Reds. A road trip against the Reds before coming back to Philadelphia for a 4-game series against the Mets. They are 4 games behind us, so this might be a key series against the Cincinnati Reds here. Let's see. No, people who are different here.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil.
At least for the Reds. They're in their Say Connect uniforms.
That's a ball.
Lee got underneath it. Oh my gosh, they're going to send him? Okay, it worked out. It was a productive out, so at least there's that. It's 3-0 Philadelphia. Nice, that's the way to get things started. And Aaron Nola, or not, is it Aaron Nola? Yeah, Aaron Nola gives up 5 runs. Of course he does. There's no need for a relay. He's got it.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Oh, 16-4. Oh, man. I'm afraid to even ask. Aaron Nola gave up 6. Austin Adams gave up 5. Carlos Hernandez gave up 4. And Amir Garrett gave up 1. There's a base hit. It's not going to mean much, but at least it's something. Ellie De La Cruz is going to camp under this one. He's going to catch it, so Carson Kelly pops out to the shortstop. And then Duhart, he's going to pop up to the first baseman, who catches it for the second out. Oh my gosh.
Clark.
Uh,
He's out.
oh, 17 to 4 now. So he's going to catch this one in foul territory to end the 8th inning. And I'm just going to sim here. That's the ball game. The Reds absolutely demolish and embarrass the Philadelphia Phillies 17 to 4. Aaron Nola, yeah, you deserve that loss for giving up 6 runs. You dope. Past your prime. Time for you to move aside. Let others have their chance. Lee with a drive out to right field. The right fielder is going to be underneath it. He catches it, and the side is retired. So nothing going for the Phillies in the top of the first. Reds got something going here, but Noelvi Marte has to get base hit. Oh, he might even get more than that here. No, he does not. Lee robs him of a home run, and that retires the side. So Marte tried to do too much there and ends up paying the price. Lee saves it, keeps it from being a 3-0 lead for the Reds.
The right fielder, Phil Lee.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. 2-2 the count.
Should have just let that one go, but you never know. You never know with that.
Full count. Ball 4.
Take the walk.
Take your base.
Get base runners any way you can.
Ball 4. Take your base.
Nice walk, Kelly. Duhar, what you got? Oh, that's going to get down in the gap up against the wall for an extra base hit. Is Kelly going to be able to score? It's going to be close. And he scores. So Miguel Andujar with a 2 RBI double, driving in Lee and Kelly. And the Phillies have a 2-0 lead. Now it's 3-0. In the top of the 5th when Lee comes back up to bat. He's just going to fly out to center field on weak contact. Nice catch there by Lee. We go to the top of the 7th, still 3-0.
Runner, yes, yes.
And the runner's going to be off. He's going to swipe the bag easily. So Trey Turner with his 4th stolen base. Now Lee could drive in Turner to get it to 4-0.
Outside, that's a ball.
Yeah, that's just going to be a deep fly out to right field. And that's going to retire the side. So still 3-0 here, although Reds are threatening.
Hit me, two.
Oh. And the Reds tie it up at 3 here in the bottom of the 9th. And a base hit here could end it. And that may be it right there, unless Andujar can get there. He gets there! So we're going extras. And the Phillies have a 4-3 lead. Emmanuel Clase is now on the Reds.
Ball.
And Philly's going to drive this out to right field. No doubt about it. That's a home run. Phil Lee with his 17th on the year? Yes, his 17th on the year. And it puts the Phillies up 6-3 here in extras. Yep, getting a nice view of that one. As did the fans out there in right field.
One.
That's a grounder to second baseman. Stotts throws it over to Harper at first, and that's the ball game. So Philadelphia beats Cincinnati 7-3 to tie the series at 1. We're heading to the rubber game. Ben Joyce with the win. Clase gets settled with the loss. Phil Lee 2 for 8 in this series with a home run and 2 RBIs. So not exactly a great series for Phil Lee, but he does have the home run. Ooh, we got a boss challenge. Oh, is this Hunter Green? Yep, it's Hunter Green. Okay.
Ball 1. Yep, that ball went out.
Ooh, it's Mother's Day. Maybe Mama Lee with like a home run.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil Lee.
Counts 1-0.
Checks one. Probably a good thing, too.
Ball 2.
Not going to be fooled that time. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't checked the MVP race. I meant to do that after the Cardinals series, but I completely forgot.
Ball in.
And Lee's just going to take the walk here. So, runners on second and first. One out in the top of the third here.
Now batting the third baseman, Alex Cole.
Bohm with a grounder over to second. And India is going to be able to throw it over to first to retire the side. So that walk comes up with nothing. And now the Phillies trail 2-0 to the Reds.
Hey,
Good splitter.
0-2 is the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
A nice base hit there by Lee. He may stretch this into a double. And he will. So an RBI double for Phil Lee cuts this lead in half. It's 2-1. Hey, sometimes it works. Can't be flashy all the time. Just gotta be fundamentally sound. Although flashing the leather a little bit doesn't seem to hurt.
For the Reds, not shortstop, Phillies.
He's safe.
That kind of speed by Ellie. Not surprised he made it into second safely. Oh, he foul tipped it. He foul tipped it, and that's gonna strike him out and end the inning. Dang. Uh-oh. Can he get there? He cannot. Oh boy, Lee misjudged that. And that's going to be a pop out to the catcher. He's under it, and that's the ball game. So the Reds take the series 2-1. Both teams had 6 hits, but the Reds were able to capitalize more on their hits than the Phillies were able to. It's unfortunate. It really is. But no rest for the weary. On to the next one for the Phillies. Let's see which uniforms. Fine. This is a big opportunity here for the Mets to gain some ground on the Phillies.
Batting third, the right fielder.
So Philly has to make sure that he's at the top of his game for this one.
3, 3, 3.
And how about we kick it off by throwing out Francisco Lindor, trying to advance to third. That's a good way. Got Tyler McGill. A premier arm. He's 85. An 85 overall. Okay.
Ball.
Good timing. Had the PCI on it, but right at the second baseman. And the Mets are already out to a 2-0 lead. And still could do more.
2.
Just take the out at first. It was questionable there. Ooh, 4-3. Okay, so Mets tack on, but the Phillies, they draw closer. Phillies still cannot get beyond the second baseman, beyond Jeff McNeil. Like, come on. I don't think Lee's going to be able to. With that. Oh, go 3. He's got him. So an outfield assist for Lee. And the Phillies have taken the lead. It's 5-4.
Ball.
Well, he finally gets it beyond the infield. So that's a step in the right direction, but it was right at the center fielder, Siri. Or Taylor. I think it was Siri. Yeah, it's Siri. Probably not going to get to that. And the Mets take the lead back. It's 8-6.
Ball. Bravo.
Lee is lucky that he fouled that one off. Just saying.
2-2.
Oh, it didn't nail him? Darn. That would have been a good way to get on base. Lee drives that one out to left center field, and that one's over the wall. Ring the bell, Phil Lee. His 18th home run on the year. And the Phillies draw within one. It's 8-7. But the Mets get the tack on two more. It's now 10-7. Got him with an up and in fastball, Edwin Diaz. Phillies are not going to be able to come back, so let's just sim it, and that's the ball game. So, despite a great effort by Lee with the home run, wasn't enough.
Ball, outside.
Lee's going to drive that one out to left field. Might hit the foul pole. It does. Ring the bell. Phil Lee. His 19th on the year, and that puts the Phillies up 2-0 in the second game. Phil Lee is upset about that loss to the Mets. He's upset. He doesn't even want to give a chance for the Mets to get back into this. He's like, I'm going to demoralize them right off the bat. And it doesn't seem like it worked very well because it's 2-1 here in the top of the third.
2-2-2.
Got him. Got him at second. That moment of hesitation cost that runner. I don't know who that was. Yeah, not sure who that was. Sorry. I mean, I could check. I could go to a game log and check. But I'm not wasting time like that. As Lee is going to fly out to Soto and right. Now we're on to the bottom of the fifth, where the Phillies are up 3-1, so Lee has an opportunity here to keep that lead intact. He's just going to pop out to Otto Lopez at second, so that will be the first out. Nope, there's nothing that Lee can do to get the runner at home, so he was wise to go to second and get the out there. And the Mets take the lead. It's now 4-3 here in the bottom of the seventh, so Lee has to do something other than just hit a home run in the first inning. He's gotta do more.
That's a ball.
Lee's going to drive this out to center field. And that's going to be over the wall for a home run. Ring the bell, Phil Lee. Told you you had to do more than just hit a home run. You had to hit 2 home runs. His second home run of the game is 20th on the year. And this game is tied at 4. Philly's like, I'm not letting the Mets beat us that easily. He's taking advantage of Williams. I think that's the second home run that Lee has hit against Williams, so Phil Lee wants to end this now. He wants that home run. Oh, it's not going to happen. But at least he gets on base. So 3 hits for Phil Lee in this game. May not have been the home run that he was looking for. That's going to be a walk. So Carson Kelly draws a walk, which means Andujar, he could get a base hit. Lee can score.
Two balls, 1 strike.
Be smart here, Andujar. It's going to be driven out to left field. Left fielder's going to catch it. He's going to go up against the wall. Phil Lee's going to advance to third. So now a deep fly ball by Brandon Marsh here could win the game for the Phillies. Lee couldn't go on that. He couldn't. It was... The run is too valuable. So it's all up to Alec Boehm. He needs a base hit. And he's not going to get it. It's just going to be a ground out to the third baseman. And that's going to end the ninth. So... Ooh, big opportunity here for Lee. Edwin Diaz. Hey, Phil Lee does have some history with Diaz. Oh, but it's not gonna continue here. He got underneath it, of course. Even when you're slightly underneath it, they're like, sorry, it's technically a fly out. I don't understand it, honestly, but... But Lee's going to throw out the runner, and the Phillies have one last opportunity. 8-6 here in the bottom of the 11th. Kelly's going to fly out to... It's going to be in no man's land. Lindor's going to grab it for the first out, so nothing going there for Kelly. Not surprised. He had an exit velocity of 61. And then Duhar's just going to ground out to Otto Lopez. So now the Phillies are down to their last out. Marsh, if you had just gotten it beyond the first baseman, the Phillies would have won this. Ooh, maybe they still can win it. Brandon Marsh driving in Phil Lee with an infield single. Let's see what Bone can do. He's got to do something. He's done nothing all day. And that's a base hit to right field, so there's his first hit of the game. Alec Bohm. Now it's going to be Bryce Harper. And that's going to be a base hit, too. Here comes Marsh. Can he score? He's going to score, and this game is tied. This game is tied at 8 with an opportunity. Oh, nope. Never mind. They're just going to submit to the next at-bat for Phil Lee. He wants the home run. That's it. He wants to end. He says if this thing's going to end, he's going to end it.
That's out the corner.
Oh, he is. Well, he kept his promise. He said he was going to end it, and he did. He ended it with a double play. So the Mets take the second game, and now the Phillies, at best, can only hope for a split.
Batting third, the right fielder, Phil Lee.
Nah, never mind. Never mind. All right, new day here. The Phillies have to do something, because if they allow the Mets to get to win this game, the division is tied.
Ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lee with a drive out to right field. Juan Soto's going to get there, though, to grab it and retire or end the first inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Phil.
And already the Mets are up 1-0.
Ball, low. Ball 2.
Squared it up, but just too far out in front of it. Tried to sneak it past Lindor, but Lee couldn't do it.
Up next for the
Well, at least the Phillies are up 5-1. But as we've seen so far in this series, 5 runs is not enough to keep the Mets down. And Lee, oh my gosh.
You're out of there.
Lee, stop hitting the double plays!
The catcher, number 4.
7-1. Is that going to be enough? What's going to be enough against the Mets? Oh, finally Lee has a great hit reaction. Lee drives that one out to center field. The center fielder's under it, and he's got it to retire the side. So Lee can't do anything in this game. His hit streak's going to come to an end. We're just going to sit him because it's 8-1, so whatever the Phillies or the Mets do is not going to have an impact on the game. And that's the ball game. The Phillies take it 8-1. Lee does not do well. He has an 0-for-4 day.
the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Matt Manning is on the bump for the Phillies. And Lee is going to make a diving catch to rob Francisco Lindor of a base hit there. But the Mets take a 2-0 lead. And it's Clay Holmes on the mound for the Mets.
Strike. Woo. No balls. 1 strike.
Oh, come on. That was going to be a ball, and I think even the game knew that. Or that was going to be a strike, and the game knew. This will likely be the last game that I play, because I really need to get to this wake. I think this is the last game of the series anyway. So... nice base hit there by Phil Lee.
Get down, ball, get down.
He's going to advance to third. And he's saved. Yukovic. Who the heck is Yukovic? And that's just going to be a ground out. So nice job, Miguel Andujar. $9.5 million just to do that, right? The Phillies may have a hard time trying to keep their division title. Yukovic bobbles it, and he throws it away. And Lee's going to advance to second on that one. So not a base hit for Phil Lee, but he takes advantage, gets on base safely, and advances to first, or to second, putting himself in position to be able to score on a base hit. Is Carson Kelly really going to bunt here? Oh my God. Why? Just why? Why are you bunting? Well, at least the Phillies scored, so it's 2-1.
One ball, no strikes. Ball. Ball 3. Count
All right, 3-2 count. Ooh, swing and a miss. Not on a ball, but still, you never like to do that. Ooh, if this is a base hit, I'm not sure Lee's going to be able to throw out the runner. Too late. Already went to the relay, man.
He's safe.
Although, to be fair, I'm not sure Lee would have had a better time getting the runner. So 6-1. Oh boy.
0-1. One and one. That's the ball. Ball. 3-2.
Should have just let that one go. The Philly wants that base hit. And he's going to get it. It's going to land in left field for a base hit. And Kelly's going to drive this one into left field for a base hit, and that's going to score the runner. So now it's 6-2, New York.
Take your base.
And Duhar's going to walk to load the bases. Now it's up to Alec Bohm. He's 0 for 3 on the day.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Bohm has not hit well against Manaea. It's going to be a grounder over to third, on to second for the first out, and then on to first for the. I'm sorry, it's a double play. Grounder to third baseman leads to a double play. So that's the end of the 8th inning. Alec Bohm could not do anything. And the Phillies, they're going to drop this game. They're going to drop the series 3-1 to the Mets. That's not good. So they'll keep a 1-game lead over the Mets in the division. But still, that's not something that should happen. Phil Lee is ticked off. He is ticked off. He hates losing to the Mets. Sorry, Lee, but sometimes that happens. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me. So thank you to everyone who tuned in. Even if it was only for a moment, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to follow me here on Twitch and or subscribe. Either one would make me a happy person. If you're watching this on YouTube, I thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to know when I go live, you can follow me on X at TTV NextJGGen24. It's my gamer tag that's on the left side of your screen there. So go give me a follow. I'll usually post whenever I go live. You can also turn on notifications here on Twitch. That way Twitch sends you an email every time I start up a stream. This was not good. I mean, you look at it, it started off good. I mean, they took the series against the Brewers and the Padres, but once we hit the Giants, then it was just on from there. They did pick up the series against the D-backs too, but it was not good, especially the St. Louis series splitting that. Shouldn't have happened. They should have won the Cincinnati series. They should have won the Mets series, or split it at the very least, and yet they didn't do that. So now the Mets are a game behind the Phillies for the division. So it's not good. Phillies definitely struggled in this one. Phil Lee wasn't at his best. He'll admit that. So when we stream again tomorrow, the Phillies will look to get out of their losing ways here and hopefully build up a division lead once again. So I hope to see you all tomorrow, Thursday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And until then, guys, have a good night.